Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon as the robot? Bullet? You know what? Sure, why not? That is not the Bullet, that is the pilot. I haven't played the Bullet in like forever, so sure, I will become a bunny Bullet. And with us being a bunny Bullet, all we need is our partner in crime, Jammed Chicken, to join us on this run to defeat the Lord of the Jammed, and we can make all right in the world. I imagine it'll be about 6 seconds until I hit a bullet and then like walk into a bullet and then lose all of my health and then have no ability to actually use this weapon at range. But you know what? That's a problem for 5 minutes from now, future Abe. That is not a problem for me. That is a problem I do not have to deal with. Although I do love the ability to be immune to contact damage, so I can just dodge roll into like every enemy in this bloody game. We got a key and a bomb. Dude, we have an incredible amount of keys and bombs now that we have a bomb. We can get secret rooms for free, but in like 4 rooms, I've picked up 2 keys already. This is just like one of those runs where you are just happy to be along for the ride and the game is just gonna take you where you need to go. JMC says, 5-minute future Abe problem? That's being confident. You know? Pardon me? Sorry, what I should have said was I will never ever take damage in this game ever again, and we will flawless this run of Enter the Gungeon. We will never be unable to fire bullets out of our sword, and we're gonna run into every single enemy in the game because we're so bloody good. Yo, do not destroy my water barrel though. Fantastic. Vernacular says, blasphemy is so strong, I'll randomly pull it out on bullet hell to feel safer. I understand that blasphemy is really good, but at least for me, I just like other weapons more. Sure, you know, this gun is extremely defensive, but other weapons in the game are just more interesting to use. How do you guard flash? It's like attack and turn around quickly. Did they get rid of that as a feature? I can never remember. It's like this is your guard flash. You just like attack and turn around quickly. I don't know. I could never really get it to work properly back when I was you know, playing Enter the Gungeon a little bit more religiously and vigorously and et ceteras. Well, I would really like double vision, but I'm not gonna get rid of the bomb, I think. The bomb is just too good. I love getting free secret room access. Hank Bab Welcome says, when I played this game a long time ago, it always felt like the game gave me more money the longer I went without getting hit. Is there any merit to this gut feeling? Here's my understanding. I hear people say that all the time in Enter the Gungeon, that if you don't get hit, you get more money. What I think it is I think there is a system in the game where if an enemy shoots you, they don't drop money, but in a lot of situations, enemies hit me and they still drop money, so I actually don't quite understand the mechanic myself. People say that it's a mechanic. People say that if you get hit, enemies drop less money, but in practice, it feels to not really matter all that much. Like, in practice, it feels like you still get the same amount of money one way or another, but I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe if you don't get hit, enemies drop less money. Or rather, if you don't get hit, enemies drop more money. I don't know. I just play the game. I just dodge the enemy bullets. I mean, if you're good enough, you'll never get hit over your entire run, right? And then you'll get all the money in the world. Out of all the money in the world! You know, don't even let it be a variable in your calculations. Why do we have so many keys? Not only did we have a mimic chest early, which is fantastic because it means you don't need to spend a key on it, we also have just infinity keys. I'm buying another key. Why not at this point? My lord. My lord, my lord, my lord. And there's the secret room right there. which does give us a little bit of ammo. You might as well. I don't really love this little shotgun, but we'll hold it. Da, 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 da. All right, we still have 3 keys going down to the oubliette. You'll love to see it. Is in Enter the Gungeon some upgrade that makes gun glow, asks Agro Chrysia. Some upgrade. I mean, there are upgrades that make your guns glow, usually as a result of having like a buff, like the, there's the, what is it, the one where you dodge roll and you get a damage bonus until you fire? That makes your character glow. I don't think it makes your gun glow though. Oh my god, there's a lot of upgrades in the game that change guns and whatnot. With fat bullets, we can make our guns really big, like hilariously large. Man, this little shotgun is just trash. It's trash until you get an accuracy upgrade, and then it's actually like half decent. It's also pretty good if you really just want that knockback effect. Because the knockback on it is actually pretty decent. Verdacula says, glow platinum bullets make your guns look platinum plated. That's also true. And there's more. I'm trying to think what other upgrades change the look of your guns. Fat bullets, platinum bullets. You yourself can glow if you are dodge rolling with that item that makes it so that after you dodge roll, your guns do more damage. I'm trying to think what else makes the gun change. I don't know. I don't know, but they probably exist somewhere. Zilla shotgun with the charge shot is where it's at. The non-charge shot is just a little, leaves yourself wanting. 360 S-scope. Doesn't that make you glow, not the gun? Ruby bracelet makes you glow purple. Maybe 360 S-scope does make the gun glow instead of the character. I can't remember. I cannot recall. So too many different synergies. Too many glows in this freaking game. Well, don't shoot the chest on this one. We'll break this. You might as well spend a key because we have just an absolute infinite number of keys on this run. Of course, there are also synergies that change the look of guns. Like there's a synergy that makes the icebreaker into its alternate form, which is always interesting. It like regenerates ammo as well, but it freezes in one shot, but it does less damage overall, I think. Man, the Screecher is so bad. It's good if you really want to break a chest for some reason. For everything else, maybe not. Luckily for you, it doesn't matter that I get touched by a blob. Touched by a blob. Everyone's favorite blob, touched by a blob. You know what? I'm gonna switch back to the Zilla shotgun, I think. I need something that can be a little bit stronger here. Oh, you know what? Take a bomb. Maybe I'll get lucky and that'll kill something. Shouldn't even shoot these guys, just roll into them. That's the entire reason why I'm the bullet now. Well, no, the entire reason I'm the bullet is because I rolled bullet. The secondary reason why I'm bullet is because I'm the bullet. And I'm a bunny. Sorry, I was just a little bit scared. Thought I was gonna get shot. You know what? That'll kill both of them. Or one of them. Were there 3 of you? I thought I, like, got one of you closer to death. That's a little strange. Verdacula just says, Screecher. Screecher relegated to secret room finding. I mean, that's a very good point. The Screecher is extremely great for finding secret rooms. Because it'll crack the wall in one shot, which makes it really easy to find secret rooms. Is there one up here? Nope, they're all down here. There we go. Oh, I saw your eyes. I saw the whites of your eyes. Don't even think I didn't. The weapons we have are very awkward right now. We have nothing that's like extremely effective at room clearing, but hopefully we'll get there one of these days. Hopefully we'll get there. Ink Bob asks, having more curse definitely gives you more money, right? I didn't see that comment from 2 minutes ago, but you know what? Yes, that is true. Having curse does give you more money. It's one of the reasons why, in some situations, being cursed can make a run easier, because you'll just have access to infinite cash. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, man. I gotta say, I've been drinking more coffee lately. In the past, like, oh, careful. In the past, like, 5 days, I've drank more coffee than I have in, like, the previous 5 years. And it's nice, but I can definitely feel it starting to affect me, man. I can definitely feel myself getting the coffee itch, wishing I had another cup in front of me. It might start to get to be a little bit of a problem here. It is really nice though to like drink a little bit of coffee right before a stream or something to get a little bit of a burst of energy. It's very nice. Goodbye, coins. I do enjoy a good cup of coffee, it seems. It does appear that way. But usually for me, if I drink a lot of it, tend to get some caffeine headaches, and I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to keep my consumption to a minimum. You know, I'm only gonna limit myself to like 1 cup a day, if that, only on days where I work. So basically like every day. Cause even if I'm not working, I'm streaming, which is working. But I'm gonna try to keep ahead of my own vice here. Gaming Time says, too much coffee? Nah, just adulthood. I just don't want to get like big headaches from too much coffee. That's the only thing I wanna prevent here. All right, Lobby Lord is dead, finally. Da 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 da. There we go. We get the Huntsman. I mean, we got a lot of shotguns and the Screecher. I still wouldn't say that any of our weapons are particularly appropriate, but you know what? At least we've got a few different guns that we can choose from. Nothing yet that's like truly outstanding from a room clearing perspective, although I will say that the freeze gun is really good to be able to just freeze enemies and then, you know, just shoot them with the third shot to kill them. So we've got a lot of stuff, but nothing that I'm particularly happy about. Mother of Zerg says, I went ahead and bought a key for Gungeon for $6 instead of getting it from the Epic Store. New playthrough, here we go. No idea why the sound is so loud. I always have very strange sound settings in my games because not only do I like turn it down in the game, but I also turn it down in Windows. And then on top of that, I also have a stereo box that I have my headphones plugged into, and I can adjust the sound on my end so that it does not change it for the computer as well. So I have multiple different tiers of sound adjusting that I can do, and in fact, my game audio is pretty much maxed out because I just have it turned down in Windows. In Windows right now, it's turned to 8 out of 100. So there's my settings. Would probably help to explain why it's so loud on your end as well, because you pushed me into a pit, you bastard. There goes our old crest, by the way, because I tried to walk past this guy, he spawned and pushed me into a pit when I was trying to go for the key bulletkin. Why is it always the key bulletkins? Why is it always the key guys? Is it greed? Maybe. It might be a little bit of greed, but also like, come on. Come on. Don't push me into a pit. Ah, these freaking jerks. Newbie, welcome. I couldn't get into Gungeon due to my dislike for bullet hells, but it's always fun to watch you stream it. Thank you. Well, you are welcome. I'll be honest with you, I also have a bit of a hard time getting into true bullet hell games, and when I say true bullet hell games, I mean like, you know, Toho. Toho? But also, at least watching it, I do think that for a lot of bullet hell games, it's hard to keep track of what's going on. I've been playing a lot of Monolith recently. That's another game where it's like, it's extremely difficult to see what's happening because it is very bullet helly, and when there's a lot of stuff happening on the screen and, you know, I'm dashing around, sometimes I'll even lose track of where I am and where I'm standing, what I'm doing, and I'm the one playing the freaking game. So like, I absolutely can understand where you're coming from on that front. Okay, we do have a beam finally. Vernacular says you don't have the right. Oh, you don't have the right keykin. No, more like the spider lord there, the phase spider. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna let you. Not gonna let you kill that key bullet. I'm just gonna, you know, toss you into the deep depth of despair. What a jerk. What an absolute jerk. Gotcha. Dude, we are going through so many keys. And on the one hand, I love it because it means that, you know, we needed these keys and I'm glad I bought them, but also like save some for the next floor. Like we've got a lot of chests to open coming up soon. Newbie says, I'm a huge fan of platformers and strategy. Always been good at platform roguelites. Might buy Dead Cells, but it's so long. I mean, that's a good thing, really. Dead Cells, first of all, is an absolutely fantastic platformer roguelite, combat, roguelite, action, strategy, roguelite. But I got no problem with a game like Dead Cells being kind of long, because it means that, hey, there's always stuff to do. There's always a new challenge and achievement to complete. It's a fun experience. Newbie says, I've played both Isaac and Gungeon for less than 2 hours, so I could refund it. That just seems like maybe you just got an attention problem there. These are fantastic games. You should give them a bit of a longer shot than that. I mean, you all know how long I have in Enter the Gungeon. In Isaac, I have hundreds of hours as well, and then for Dead Cells, you know, I've played 100 hours since January when the DLC came out, and there's gonna be another update soon. That's one of those games that just gets update after update after update. Okay, I need a better gun. Honestly, this is way better than freaking Zilla shotgun. That's when you know you need a different weapon, when you're like, well, at least this beam weapon is better than the gun I was using for the boss fight. I mean, this works very well. I'm very happy to have Proton Backpack here. Oh my lord. Okay, now we have a good shotgun. Now I've got what I want, what I really, really want. Okay. We've done everything except talk to Matman. We have heavy bullets! It's so good. And then I will open up this chest because we have infinite keys. Except not really. But hey, you know what? This actually does make Zilla Shotgun way, way, way better. In fact, it might even be better than Elephant Gun, but we'll see on the next floor. Which is not gonna be down to the floor I wanted to go to, so we'll just head off in this direction. Glader says, did you see the Steam post that Dead Cells made saying they had to take down legacy branches because they had reached the limit? I did see that. They haven't taken down the old Dead Cells branches yet, but they're going to. Before they do that, I need to download the old branches so I have them, because I was using those branches to do like a look at some of the old bugs that have existed in the game. I have a video I need to post on, well, on YouTube and on Reddit, just be like, hey, there's a lot of bugs in Enter the Gungeon. It would be cool if we could have like a patch related to bug fixing. I mean, we experienced a bug in Gungeon, sorry, not Gungeon, Dead Cells, not the other day, but the last time we played, where holding on to a cursed sword and dropping it from your backpack kills you, which is not intentional at all. And I think that's pretty funny, and that's one of those bugs that's like, hey, we should probably, you know, make sure the developers are aware of it, ask them to fix it, you know. Because I would love it if bugs like that could be worked on. For a game, like, especially for something like Dead Cells that's so complex, you're gonna get these bugs that just slowly build up over time, and unless someone's actively working on fixing them, they're just gonna never be fixed. I mean, there's bugs with like the Scarecrow and the fact that his right scythe is still reverse parried. It's like a lot of just like little bugs that need to be worked on. But having access to the older game branches is really useful because I can look at some of these old bugs and say, okay, this bug has existed for like 2 years and no one's brought it up and no one's fixed it. I'm not blaming the developers, I'm saying, you know, someone needs to tell the developers that they need to fix it, or that, you know, they just need to maybe reprioritize slightly, you know. We can have one update to Dead Cells that's not new biomes or new content. It could just be like a fix for outstanding issues. People would be happy about that. I mean, freaking PUBG had the Fix PUBG campaign, which was an absolute horrendous failure. Surely we can have something for Dead Cells, right? Operation Fix Dead Cells. Operation Fix My Life. Operation, oh God, I don't want to wake up. Someone get me another coffee. I'm more of a French vanilla guy myself, by the way. I don't drink it black, but I love that a little hint of sweetness from a vanilla. So good. Bum. Chrissia says, I started playing Isaac recently because now I have a different attitude for it. In the past, I couldn't play it because I was always getting angry. You just got to accept that you're gonna suck, I think. If you accept that you're gonna suck at a video game, then you can never get angry about it, right? Can we make the update with no biomes, the one that introduced the distillery, says Glader. I like that way of thinking. You got my vote, let's just say that. Are you running for president anytime soon? You got my vote, dude. Okay, you are just highly annoying. You think with all these bullets, one of them would hit you at some point. Da-da-da. Hank Bob says, I hope they update the flavor text on weapons soon, make it more clear what they mean. For example, the 75% reduced damage to projectiles affix on amulet. I mean, isn't that pretty self-explanatory? If you get hit by a projectile, it does 75% less damage. I got no problem with that. If we're talking about things that they could update in Dead Cells, they could just fix the fact that weapon DPS is not displayed correctly, like, half the time. I mean, if you're using the Sonic Carbine, it literally doesn't display any critical damage. It says the crit damage is the exact same as the regular damage, which is not true. Hashtag fix Dead Cells. Hashtag Operation Health Cells. Hey, let's knock it off. Would you guys, like, knock it off, please? Elder Blank. You know, it's probably better than the bomb. I'll take it. In-game it says damage from projectiles reduced by negative 75%, but it actually reduces the damage by 25%. I don't think that's correct. I think it reduces it by 75%. It's very easy to test though. If you want to test it, I would say go ahead. Why blank immediately? I thought I had the bomb, that's why. I'm pretty sure that it's displayed and written correctly. Well, that's gonna suck. Because I remember in some of my earlier Dead Cells play, picking up an amulet that reduced projectile damage and being like, oh wow, I'm not dying to Inquisitors anymore. You know, like, it was a very sizable damage difference. It makes me think that it is working as intended. But it could have changed, it could have been bugged since then, or maybe I just don't remember properly. Yeah, I don't even think the beam is really doing any damage, is it? There you go. Imagine having damage numbers tank your frame rate and the numbers aren't even correct, says Fredacula. You talking about Enter the Gungeon? Because that happens all the time in this game. Let's take ammo, get some armor. I'm very happy that health has not really been a concern on this run. We have very few problems keeping our weapons powered up. Our sword, namely, even though we're not really using it anymore, but it's still useful to have. Playdraess says, I haven't personally tested it. It might be one of those rumors like the legendary shield versus boss damage cap things. Honestly, it sounds like a unsubstantiated rumor. Because yeah, there's just a lot of misinformation regarding video games sometimes. A lot of fake news. I remember back when someone on the Dead Cells subreddit was like, man, I love bleed. I love that the bleed cap goes through damage caps. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And they're like, yes, it does. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And they were like, yes, it does. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And I just remember that there were a ton of people who were just downvoting the comment of, bleed does not bypass the damage cap in the game. Even though the guy who said that it does had no evidence to back up his claim. So in the end, I just tested it, posted the evidence, and said, hey, here, you idiots. Don't just upvote something because you want it to be true. Sometimes this, people just don't know. But I played a lot of Dead Cells. I'm pretty certain that damage reduction amulet does do 75% reduction. That's a Reddit for you, or any form. Yeah, that's yeah, unfortunate but true. More Gun Knight. Yo, you think we can get the Gun Knight set? We're already 2/4 of the way there. Maybe one of these days we'll get there. Maybe one of these days I will have the ability to become a man instead of a bunny rabbit. And then when I'm a man, baby, I'll make my way out of this gungeon. Start my own business. With blackjack and hookers. Forget the blackjack. I do enjoy the good knockback we have with these shotguns, but unfortunately it doesn't work well with beams because you want the enemy to stay in range of the beam. And if you have something like Proton Backpack that is a very slow moving like beam, not a projectile, but it has a hard time catching up with the enemies as it knocks them back. Fredacula says, it's been a while since you've had Gun Knight. Can't wait for you to have 3 out of the 4 pieces. I also cannot wait for me to be upset that I can't get Gun Knight because the game has not deigned me not to get all 4 pieces of the set. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm also very glad that so far my internet has been treating me quite well recently. I had a bit of a problem earlier, dropping some frames, but it does look as though that problem has resolved itself. E.g., I restarted my internet. Thank you, Comcast. Thank you, Dodgerel, by the way. Hank Bab says he might be right on that damage reduction on the amulet thing. That's one of those things where I'm pretty certain in the past the damage reduction has worked properly. It could have been changed at some point. They could have broken it with an update. It happens all the time and whatnot. But it really does feel like the damage is working. The damage reduction is working properly. It's super easy to test. Just go into the practice mode. I don't think you can do that in the practice mode. I mean, I guess what you could do is just keep starting runs until your starting amulet has damage reduction, and then just like go fight an archer, and then just drop the amulet, and then get shot and see what it does. Yeah, I guess it would be pretty easy to test. Might take a minute, but I mean, I could do it, but I'm in the middle of a run of Gungeon right now. And you know me, I love proving people wrong. And I would do it in a heartbeat, man. Glader says, next challenge, get all the item sets in the run. Amulet item set? Oh, right. I guess I've never had all of the amulets, have I? Isn't there a synergy where if you have all 5 amulets, you become like Thanos? You can snap your fingers and kill half of all the bulletkins in the game. That'd be a pretty good synergy, though. You walk into a room, and then half of all normal bulletkins would just despawn. Half of all enemies would be a little bit too strong, but the bulletkins, they're very much a simple add that if everyone had a 50-50 chance of just despawning, that would still help the player out quite a lot. Verdacula says, I think I've had all but 1 on a table tech run once. I have definitely not had all but 1, but I think I've had all but 100. Okay. Mud, welcome. How you doing today? Pardon me. He says, good on those let's look ats. I mean, I want to start doing more of those. Taking a look at video games that maybe I haven't taken a look at in the past, or I have a code for. I have a few that are going to be going up at some point. A couple of games that I hear good things about, and a couple of games that I have never heard of until like yesterday. And then I played them, and then I realized, this is kind of like Game X that I've played in the past and really enjoyed, but it's worse. I will say I hate games that don't include things that you would expect. And it doesn't even have to be something, it's a chicken, oh, goodbye. It doesn't even have to be something that is like complex. It could just be something like camera control. Like clicking on a screen and dragging the camera around. If there's like a strategy game and you can't do that, I'm like, what the hell? This has been a part of gaming for like 2 decades. Ever since, we moved from 1 to 2 button mice. You sure you can't just, add a button that allows me to, scroll the camera? No? Okay. Well, fair enough. We want Huntsman, we want Void Core. Actually, we have an amulet. We don't even need the Huntsman. Part of Bobberich, welcome. How's it going today? Just got off work, what's the schedule? Who knows? It's whatever the heck we want it to be. Dude, we do not have a good boss killer, do we? I mean, I love the fact that we have heavy bullets, but we really do need, like, something else to kill these bosses, because we don't have a good boss killer yet, which is a little surprising. Oh, I should have just blanked it. You know what? I'm just gonna blank it anyways. That one's almost dead. Come on. I hope we get a new gun here. Okay, the heroin works. It seems like we've had this a lot recently, but it works. We've got a boss killer now. Let's go. Something that I'll utilize anyways. All right, and I think we're done with the floor too, because there's like nothing else to do. I'll buy a key for the next floor. Keys have not been a problem on the run at all. Let's get the heck out of here. We could gun munch. You know what? Let's gun munch. Are we ever gonna use the Screecher? No. Are we ever gonna use the hegemony? No. Give me a glass cannon. Bullet. I am a bullet holding a gun that is a bullet that shoots bullets that are guns that shoot bullets. So meta. Disposable account, welcome. Abe early? Do you mean that you think I started my stream a little bit earlier? No, no, no. It is currently 5 p.m., which is 1 hour after my start. Because of daylight savings time. I know that some people still haven't caught up to DST. Yo, 2 of these on 1 run. I do also hate daylight savings time, but it happens. Freaking chicken, man. I don't want to kill the chicken. He's not jammed, but he is just in the way of bullets, so I'm sorry, chicken. Sorry, chickie. Now, it would have been cool if that chicken was jammed, considering the enemy was jammed itself, but that chicken did not become jammed, unfortunately. Ooh, we got the Mega Hand, too. Now, this is a run. Mega Hand and Heroin? What is this? Initial release of Enter the Gungeon? Pre-supply drop? I mean, these are just like incredible weapons now. Where were these like on floor 2? You know how long I've been using shotguns with heavy bullets? It's not a very good combination. Dun, 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 dun. Let's move on. Glader says, I just tested the Dead Cells amulet. Projectiles that did 55 damage are now doing 37. Well, maybe it's broken. This is one of those situations where it could be fun to go back into some of the earlier versions of Dead Cells and see if it always was that way. You know? That's why I like that Dead Cells gives you the ability to use the legacy versions of the game to not only test things like bugs, but also just to get an understanding of like how far the development has come in that game. You know, you can go back and check out the different versions and play them and understand why changes were made. You know, it'd be like if you could go back to Darkest Dungeon and you could play the game back before they added corpses, and so you could understand why there was a you know, gameplay need to prevent moving when you just get 1 kill on an enemy team or something, you know? Or before they added in stun resistance and people were just exploiting the crap out of that. Like, there's a reason why these things were added. Oh, what the heck? I guess if you knock back that enemy after he fired, he could still hit you. Understood. That's a new one. Oh, okay. If you just stand still, you could get hit too. Don't forget about that fact. If you stand still, you could still get shot. Man, it's so much easier to do this room in particular when you're not jammed / are not playing in BCDD 20T, where like all the enemies can have special abilities that make your life pain. Let's see, give me the mega hand. This is not a mega time for a mega hand. Mega hand. Also, this is a strange run. I think we have 0 synergies. It's a chicken. He's so adorable. He's dead. It's such a weird run. I feel like we have 0 synergies, which is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I would love to have a few more synergies, you know, in my arsenal. At least we've got a couple of decent weapons now. A mega hand, a heroin. All right, that might be the only decent weapons in our arsenal, but you know, we'll get more. I'll take a Litchi trigger finger. It's not amazing with the charge weapon, but with other weapons it'll be fine. Dun, 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 dun. I just like using heroin and mega hand. You know, it's satisfying to kill an enemy in one shot. It gets them off of your butt quickly and easily. It's very useful and very fun to use. It's satisfying. It's got that visceral ka-thunk when something dies. Die, die, die. And it's always just helpful to kill enemies in one shot. Oh, I do have a synergy multi-tool. Yeah, we just picked it up. Well, beyond that synergy, I think we have none. Maybe. Since I'm missing yet another synergy. Bonica Lettuce, welcome. How you doing today? Dun 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 dun. Well, goodbye. He decided he didn't want to be here anymore, and then that DD-20 Bulletkin just, like, went flying. I don't know what happened to him. He went for a ride. Made the bad Bulletkin fly. Okay, please get away from me. You know what? It was not bad at all. Not bad at all. More HP. Not bad at all. That's pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 health. I mean, that's pretty good. Chicken! He walked into me. You all saw it. Alright, let's go fight this Dragon. We should use... I don't know, we could use heroin. Oh yes, baby, we could. I mean, that's pretty good damage. With an Elder Blank burning a hole in our pocket, we'll probably be okay here. I'm trying to like look and see how much damage we're actually doing, but it's hard to do that when I also want to dodge. I'm also on the wrong side. I should be on the right side. I'm just uncomfortable there. It's just a bad habit of mine, man. Too much Gungeon. I dodged in the wrong direction. Luckily, I had that blank. What the heck are we gonna use for the second phase? I guess we do have a proton backpack. It might be pretty good against the heart. Let's grab it. We'll give it a shot. I'd like to get the flawless here, though. We don't really need the HP. It's more about sending a message. I mean, that'll do it in one more phase, but I do wish it was a little bit more damage. This is heavy bullets and Lichy Triggerfinger doing this amount of damage. MacLeod says, Abe, you owe me some Elden Ring. I owe you nothing, Jon Snow. Dun, 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 dun. This is a pretty good fight there. There we go. Message has been sent. And there's nothing else for us to buy. Even poor old Woodbeam, Mud's favorite weapon. Just can't afford it. All right, let's get the heck out of here. I guess M1 and Mega Hand are gonna be our weapon for the future. For the year 2000. I'm just one bunny fighting my way through bullet hell. You might be curious how I got myself in this situation. It all started with one fateful night and a trip to the seasonal Halloween store down the street. Flawless Lich for True Lead God. Flawless your run for True Lead God. Goodbye. I do love the appropriate blank at the right moment that just like completely negates an enemy's attack. It's so satisfying. There's a lot of stuff in Gungeon that's just satisfying when you get it correct. A perfectly timed blank, a shot with the heroine or the mega hand that just like kills an enemy in one hit. Mwah, chef's kiss. Yoink. Surprise, it killed you in 2 hits. You know what I also like? One of these. Ha ha! I got most of them. Milt Thompson, welcome. How you doing? Keep forgetting you're starting an hour earlier. Hey, I'm starting at the same time I normally start. I don't know about you though. You're here an hour later from my perspective. As we know, time is relative, so said Albert Einstein. That means you're late, buddy. You know what? Hold on. If I remember correctly. No, 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 no. Hey, there's one. Oh, God, I rolled into him. You know, I got better weapons for this. Well, you got turned into a chicken. Time is relative, gee, I wonder. No, really, says bubonic lettuce. Well, excuse me for, you know, for misunderstanding that, You know, quantum physics is an easy to understand piece of information. Freaking, I guess early cavemen knew about time too. Equals MC. I'll only be late for a few more weeks, says Milt Thompson. Yeah, I don't know why we do this daylight savings nonsense every year. Although I heard that there was like a bill that had passed through our legislature that said, hey, we should get rid of daylight savings time. Hey, I'd be down with that. We don't need this nonsense anymore. I mean, people did make sundials. Real talk, time is relative does not mean time exists. We do understand how, after a while, a new day happens. That's not anything new. We got so many blanks. 3. Whatever. This was not a run of blanks. This was a run of keys. Oh God. And I'm happy to have those keys. Happy to have had them, I should say, because once we hit like floor 3, they stopped dropping. But at least we had enough for what we needed. Sundials were made in the Bronze Age. Pretty sure sundials are made out of rocks, not bronze. Checkmate. I love the fact that one of these guys is stuck on a table. Makes my life very easy. This is still the wrong direction, huh? All right, come here. Come here, come here, come on. Get into the pit. Everyone get into the pit. No, you son of a... All right, you know what? If you're not gonna get into the pit willingly, force you in there. Da-da-dun-dun. We're not getting rid of it, instead it's permanent. Yeah, same difference. If I don't have to worry about it, it's the same difference in my book. Blob Party. Why is that not a spin-off Enter the Gungeon title? Blob Party. That'd be a great game. It'd be like Block Party, just played with gooey blocks instead. I don't know what Block Party is. Other than a party on the block. Alright, give me that heroin, let's do it. And I'm out of ammo. Well, that didn't last that long. Dude, the non-shard shot heroin is just awful. There we go. Ah, whatever. We got enough HP. Da 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 da. What a like mediocre run of Gungeon. The weapons were kind of trash. But the only like redeeming factor for this run was just the fact that we were playing as a cute little bunny and we occasionally had cute little chicks spawning. I feel like even my commentary is a little bit stunted on this one. Maybe that's the coffee talking, I don't know. Guess there's just not a lot going on right now. Not a lot going on. Not a lot of good Gungeon synergies. What a dodge, though. That's gonna go into the clip reel. Okay, maybe not that one. That's okay. We cut out the good moments. Come on, Lich, just die. Should be an option if you have more than 10 health, he just dies before you even have to get into the fight. He's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna lose on this one, huh? Then what's the point in coming down here? You know, you raise a good point yourself. I'm a big fan, though, of fighting this guy. He's a fun fight. Also, hello, my friend. I'm not letting you through, man. I'm a wall. I'm just... The bullets just get created, immediately vanish. Maybe this is the opportunity for QQ gun to really come into play. Yeah, Fredacula's got the right idea. QQ gun it is. No! You shall not pass! He passed. What a jerk. I'm still gonna QQ gun you, though. It's about sending a message. Try to pull that shit with me again, LJ. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I don't care, go ahead, hit me. Probably do more damage just by dodge rolling into you. It's about sending a message, man. Anyways. Good run, regardless. At least we flawlessed all the bosses. Oh, except for the last guy, but who cares about him? We get nothing for flawlessing him. But yeah, like, we had one synergy, and it was the M1 with the scope. There was not a lot going on there. I do wish we had gone and fought the old king, though. We would have gotten a Cinergrace chest out of that at the very least, but I did take a little bit of damage going for one key bulletkin. Oh no. Anyways, hey, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.